Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, and it's Sunday, and it's time for your weekly planner. But before we get into the specifics of your weather for the upcoming week, I have to first congratulate my Purdue Boilermakers. We are a Boilermaker family here, and they won the Big Ten tournament over the weekend and locked in the #1 seed out east. We have the big NCAA tournament for men and women starting this week on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Most of us are going to be glued to our televisions, and based on the weather, that may not be a bad thing. Now, let's first talk about your Monday. We're going to start the week off feeling more like mid-February because you can see here there's going to be some precipitation around, and if it falls, it's going to fall in the form of some flurries. Now, we did have some snow Sunday morning around the area. Fortunately, the ground was just too warm to sustain any type of accumulation. As soon as the snow hit the ground, it pretty much melted. This is for Monday. That will be pushing off east, but notice these white dash lines out of the west, northwest. It's going to feel a lot like February than March on your Monday, a very breezy day. Now, temperature-wise, you see a lot of blue, 30s, yellow would be 40s throughout the area, but notice again the winds out of the north, so you will need a jacket on your Monday. Tuesday, we dry out a little bit, but notice again the winds out of the north-northwest. So temperatures again are going to be in the 30s and 40s, but notice a larger area of 30s and maybe a little bit of orange showing up well south of the Cincinnati area down in Arkansas, Missouri, but it's still going to be a fairly chilly day, not quite as windy on your Tuesday. Now Wednesday, it's going to be fairly dry throughout most of the Midwest. Now, I point that out because we're now getting in the middle of March, so if you want to get some lawn work done or possibly start working in your garden, Wednesday's probably going to be one of the better days because temperature-wise, we're starting to see yellow throughout the entire area, so at least 40s, most likely 50s, but also notice now these white dashed lines out of the south, and that's starting to usher in some warmer air, so Wednesday might not be a bad day to be outside. Now, those of you who don't get everything done on Wednesday, and you live in Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland, Lexington, Louisville, and points east, well, it's still going to be fairly dry. But the winds are going to be picking up, but notice some showers starting to develop in western Indiana and also Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Wells, Missouri. That's our changeable weather, but notice now the white dash lines getting closer together. It's going to get a little bit breezier, and those breezy southwest winds will warm us up a bit. At least 50s. Some of us will also be seeing 60s on Thursday. So Thursday is going to be the warmest day out of the week. Now, as we head on into St. Patrick's Day, that's when things really get interesting. Now, notice here the white dash lines moving up from the south there, but they shift towards the west there. There's a cold front, and that's going to be pushing towards the east, but with all that warm air ahead of it, we could be looking at some pretty strong thunderstorms for the Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus area, especially in the morning to around noontime, that will push east. But look at the white dash lines off to the west, out of the west, and they will be increasing, ushering in some cooler air. So Friday, it's going to start off fairly mild, but as you see this blue off to the west, that will work its way in. Winds will increase and temperatures will be dropping throughout the day on your Friday. Saturday right now looks like a very, very chilly day. So Monday, beginning of the week, starting off chilly, we warm up, and then we get cold once again, kind of like a yo-yo forecast. Now, I'll be back on Tuesday with your update. Until then, I'm George, the Weather Dad.